Welcome everyone to another edition of Captain Voorhees' Cabinet of Curiosities. I'm your humble host Jason, as always, and today I got another new little segment that I'm going to do. I think as of right now, I'm going to call it Audio Files, where basically talk about music, whether it's just me talking about a particular album, artist, stuff I have in my collection, or with some of my friends because they also have a lot of musical knowledge and some cool stuff in their collection and stuff too. For this first edition, since it's Halloween time, spooky season, I thought I would get with the times and show you some of my spooky music that I have in my vinyl collection. And hey, let's go ahead and get started. First off, I have Castlevania 1 soundtrack from these first few are going to be from Mondo. Mondo is a really cool company. They put out various movie, video game, whatever themed products, whether it's albums. They have cups and pins and posters and all kinds of cool stuff. And they also have a partnership with another company, which I have some of their releases in my collection also, called Death Waltz. Same thing, they do a bunch of like horror and like cult movies. They re-release their soundtracks. It's really cool. Of course, it's a 45, but has beautiful artwork on it. And then, of course, the gatefolds. This is the map, of course, for first game. And of course, it has some nice, pretty colored vinyl. Some cool things about these, like these first four albums in my collection. Not only does it have the NES music on the flip side, or if it's multiple albums on like record 2 and 3 or whatever, it also has the Famicom or Super Famicom versions as well, which is really awesome because a lot of times the music changes just a little bit. More so, you can tell a difference in Castlevania 3. Oh, I see Rock and Roll has joined us. But definitely Castlevania 3, you can tell a difference in the music. But yeah, that's Castlevania 1. And also 45, we have Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest. And again, does beautiful artwork on both sides, and of course, inside on the gate. And yeah, nice colored vinyl. That's green. Next, we have Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse. And yeah, the backside of that has Dracula and, of course, his minions. Yeah. Again, shows the stage layouts, which is really cool. Yeah. These ones are on nice orange vinyl. And of course, following that up, Super Castlevania 4. This is, pretty, but definitely not my favorite artwork out of the sets that I have. Mondo also has, was it Rondo of Blood and Symphony of the Night? Those are constantly, or consistently anyway, out of stock on the sources that I've found. At some point, yes, I definitely want those in my collection, and hopefully they'll do Castlevania Bloodlines for the Genesis also, because that I had a lot of fun with that one. I had a Genesis growing up. As you know, you watched my Mega SG video, so I spent a lot of time. I rented that constantly from Movie Gallery in Carrollton. Of course, it's part of the Castlevania collection that Konami put out, across all the platforms. So that's a hard game to come by, and especially in its original form. But anyway, that's for another another time. But there's front. Got the back cover too, and of course the gatefold. Again, just the layout of the map. I can't remember. Yeah, this one is nice, pretty blue. Let's see, and then rounding out my Castlevania collection is the score for from the awesome Netflix show. Um, it's really good. If you haven't watched it, definitely check it out. I need to finish the last season. But yeah, so far as far as I know, they only have uh, this one album out from the first season. Hopefully, yeah, and you got for Simon's, Sypha, and Alucard. Yeah, hopefully they'll go ahead and do um, at least season two, because season two has Bloody Tears in it. Of course, that's one of the the most iconic songs from the series. And then yeah, this one has, well, see if I can get it up here for you. Nice red and black. All right. And now we're on to a record store day pickup from this year, John Carpenter's Village of the Damned. Um, I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. He's probably one of my favorite directors, if not my favorite. Halloween '78 is my all-time favorite movie. I love just about everything he's done. Another cool thing about John is he pretty much does the uh, the scores to all of his movies on a synthesizer. So I mean, I that it just has so many. He has so many iconic themes. Uh, Village of Dam, gets a lot of crap. It's alien kind of pod people movie, whatever. Um, I like it, but I like cheeseball shit too. So, but yeah, this is one of the main things I was looking for this year on Record Store Day. Yeah, we got front here, of course, the back cover when the alien children are doing their little mojo. And of course, the inside the gate has just images from the movie. I think this is just normal black fine. No, no, it has this cool little mix right there. Yeah, Record Store Day's been really good for people like me who enjoy movie soundtracks, movie scores, or whatever, because they seem to consistently do decent decent releases on that. Like again, Village of the Dam. They did the '80s Dune movie, just all kinds of stuff. Uh, Next, another Mondo release, Alien. Again, another one of my favorite movies. And again, iconic, iconic movie. Space, no one can hear you scream. But pause, and then Gatefold has them in their little stasis tubes. And of course, being that it is Alien, we have the Xenomorph Acid Blood Green vinyl. And following this is another Record Store Day from this year. Alien soundtrack from by James Horner. Also, this is my favorite movie out of the series. Absolutely love it. Alien is just like right up under it, but this is, I just love it. I consistently watch the. I like the director's cut better than the theatrical release. Um, for various reasons, but just makes the awesome movie even more awesome. And also, like before, we have a little bit lighter acids acid green on the vinyl. Yeah, love this. Actually, had to get this off eBay because none of the record stores around me got any of these in. This was limited to 2,000 copies. Yeah, hard to come by. And keeping with the alien movie extraterrestrial theme, we got Predator. Again, another awesome movie, and then awesome soundtrack or awesome score by Alan Silvestri. Got Dutch on the back. Of course, we got the full team on the gatefold. And just like the aliens before, we have Predator Blood Green. Yeah. Very good. Very good. Next up, I'm gonna get into, some like zombie possession shit. And to start that off, we have this is one of the ones from Death Waltz that I was just speaking about. But Evil Dead. And yeah, great artwork on this as well. I mean, just look at that in the gatefold. And of course, let's see if I can. Oh yeah, there's that little mixed blood on the vinyl. Oh yes. Of course, following that up, another Record Store Day release, Army of Darkness. Where this one's just kind of straight up, just horror. This one goes into that horror action comedy thing, really playing up the cheese, but again, I love it. Of course, the gatefold, they have a little thing talking about it, and some of the shots from the movie. And I think this is just regular black vinyl. Yeah, but it has, a couple scenes from the movie on the center. Keeping with that, we have another not only iconic series, but iconic score, in my opinion. Hellraiser. This is the, I believe, it's the 30th anniversary release of this. Again, just that opening theme that plays throughout. It's kind of got that haunting feel to it. It sets the tone for the movie. Of course, we got some of the Cenobites on the gatefold. And let's see, is this one? I think this is nope. This is oh yeah, this is this one doesn't want to come out. Well, kind of black and red speckled. And yeah, then we got Kirsty and Frank right there. Come to daddy. Of course, Jesus wept. Yeah, really enjoyed picking this one up too. Again, just because it's such a great theme throughout. Something I wish I had, and I'll talk about it. I got a podcast coming up again with some friends. We're going to talk about again, keeping with the season. We're going to talk about horror films, and one of the ones I want to discuss in there is Phantasm, and that's another one. I wish I had the soundtrack for that, but I want to say that's pretty hard to come by. But again, just that theme, just awesome. I mean, I put the theme with that up there with Halloween and Nightmare on Elm Street, and Friday the 13th. And it's a very, very underrated series, in my opinion. Of course, again, well, I'll get to that later. But rounding out, well, no, I still got another one in my little zombie thing. But yep, once again, another Record Store Day release from several years ago. We got Grindhouse Planet Terror. but it's got some good stuff in here. This actually has kind of a mix of stuff from Robert Rodriguez and everything. Of course, the awesome theme that plays throughout that. Let's see. This one is on white vinyl. And next we have Return of the Living Dead, another, underrated horror comedy. Came out, I want to say it's a few years after Dawn of the Dead, and it's a little bit more, definitely more lighthearted and goofy. Yes, shots from the set and everything, and this one is on, I think they called it Punk Pink vinyl. Let's see. Then also have keeping with the zombies, we have Resident Evil soundtrack. This is from the what do they call themselves? A Capcom music team or something like that. But yeah, this is music from throughout the games, and also has like some of the Japanese little sound bites and stuff mixed in through it as well. So that's cool. Very random at times too. You get the nice haunting theme, and then all of a sudden you get this totally loud boom little sound bite. Kind of throws you off. But inside the gatefold, of course, we have the inside of the manor. And so, kind of disappointed that, this is just on regular black vinyl, but, still cool to, get this, physical release of the theme, or Capcom music, because up until, I think, a few years ago, it was hard to come by getting, specifically their soundtracks. For whatever reason, I don't know. But then I also have, my favorite game out of the series, the one that really got me into not only survival horror, but, the series in general, Resident Evil 2. Of course, we got the iconic liquor on the front, and on the back it has, police station, RPD. And obviously the inside the gatefold is Raccoon City Police Department. Yet, while this is still on regular black vinyl, what they did was they made it look like the ink ribbon. So that's cool. So that's the only two Resident Evils I have out of them. They also have Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. They have Code Veronica. I'm not sure if they have anything past that. I'd have to go and double check now, but those are definitely cool. All right. Next up, we have awesome Friday the 13th score by Harry Manfredini. Front and back there, and of course the gatefold. Talks about it and has, of course, the iconic final scene that, that last little jump scare. And this is on, there's several different varieties of this, but the one I have has the little aqua blue. Next up I have another Death Waltz release, Nightmare on Elm Street 1 score. And of course the back's got first little scene with Freddy. And great artwork in there. And then it wouldn't be a Nightmare on Elm Street release without, Freddy vinyl. I want to say Death Waltz also has like a big Uber set that collects all the soundtracks or all the scores from the movies, but that's very, very pricey. I should have gotten it years ago when it first came out, because yeah, it's pricey as fuck now. And the cover has the it's like the little Lost Souls little look from when he rips his shirt up and you see him on there. That's the actually the cover of that set, so that's pretty cool. And winding down, again another Death Waltz, and I got the Halloween 2 soundtrack. Again, wonderful, wonderful artwork. And of course, this is going to be on a nice Halloween orange. Or jack-o'-lantern orange, I guess we should say. So, of course, we have, it's not Halloween without Nightmare Before Christmas. And Tim Burton's came out on record saying this it's a Halloween movie. You can still debate it whether or not it's Halloween or Christmas or whatever. But, again, just a great movie all around. Still holds up. Even like the animation and stuff nowadays, if you watch it in 4K or whatever, I mean, it just makes the the puppets and everything pop even more. It's beautiful. We got the backside and the gatefold, and this is just on regular black vinyl. Oh, it's not. Oh, there we go. But it has a little jack on it. That's the only thing about some of these gatefolds too. It can be such a pain putting the album back in. And we're almost to the end here, but my next to last is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Once More with Feeling. Music from that episode. Basically, let's see, that was what? Season 6. They, Joss Whedon, they did a musical episode. And it was phenomenal. So it has all the songs except for which I have to go back and rewatch the episode, but it was a solo song from Anya. Not that big of a deal, but been cool to have that on here as well. But I like how here's the gatefold. And I also like how it has, has a playbill in here. Like you actually went to the theater and saw a play, so that was really cool. And then same thing, they had various releases on this one. I got the one that had the red vinyl. Shoot, yeah, I think it took me like a month and a half for this to actually come in when I got it. So, definitely worth the wait because again, awesome soundtrack, awesome episode, awesome series. Go watch it. And last, I'm going to finish up with one of the. Actually, no. I'm going to go ahead and say probably one of the greatest albums of all time. Definitely the best music video of all time. Still, I think to this day holds the record as being the most expensive video ever produced. That's Michael Jackson's Thriller. Granted, this isn't really a Halloween album, other than obviously has Thriller on it. I just wanted to, round this out with some, kind of lighthearted and goofy, because that's who I am. I'm fucking goofy. Yeah, Thriller, best album of all time. I don't care. You can debate me on it, whatever. It's still iconic to this day. Probably still his best album ever. Back when I first got my sister and I got our Walkmans when we were little. Of course, that Christmas, like my first tape was MC Hammer, Please Don't Hurt Him Hammer. But then after that, I stole the Thriller tape from my parents and wore it out. I mean, pretty much every song on here is a hit, and again, I keep saying iconic. It's iconic in its way. But anywho, I'm babbling on like an idiot, and luckily that's my last album for this. But yeah, there you have it. That's for the most part all the spooky albums in my collection for Halloween season. Should be able to check out most of them, and if not all of them, on whatever you stream your podcasts and listen to your music on. I use Spotify personally. So yeah, if you're curious, check them out. If there's some that you're not really familiar with. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this first installment of audio files. Name to be determined, but that's what I'm running with right now. Yeah, please, like, subscribe, hit the little ding dong bell to, get your updates, tell your friends, and yeah, rock on.